All right, so we didn't get to do what we came to do today. We should have been reporting live from the square as people were celebrating something to do with this gentleman's hat over here. Didn't happen. So we're going to do something else. You know what? It still pertains to the series quite a bit. We're going to talk about Corwin's favorite subject because
Not again!
We're going to make Corwin happy today. Your second favorite subject, it's goaltending. There's been a few goaltenders in the playoffs so far who have, done a great job. They've stolen some games, gotten some shutouts, stepped up for their team. But there's also been some goalies who they haven't really lived up to their reputation. I don't think anyone's really been just pure sieve. I mean, I guess Marc-Andre Fleury, he played one game. But either way, we're only talking about goalies who have started for their team 2 or more times, and we are going to rank them.
Jeremy Swayman was my number 1. 1 shot, 1 save.
Yeah.
That's pretty elite.
Can't get better than that.
Doesn't get better than that. So what I'm going to need from you guys is your top 5 goalies and then your bottom 3. Okay, I'll go through my list pretty quickly. I'm going to start in the 5 spot upwards for that one. Sorokin, then I'm going to go Gustafsson, then I can go Shesterkin, who I get it. They're now, down in that series, but he's still played well in the first 2 games, and he's made a lot of saves, period, even in the losses. Then I'm going Ottinger, because he made nearly 50 saves in Game 1, even though they lost. And then he helped steal Game 4. He got that shutout in Game 5. I actually think that series, period, has the best goaltending, because, again, Gustafsson being there. And then I'm going Schmid, number 1, which is wild. The Rangers have bad luck with just goalies who have no name coming in and just shutting them down. But he's the first rookie to win his first 3 starts in the playoffs. He got a shutout. As far as effectiveness goes, and since this is an in-form chart more than anything, we can completely oversell people on limited performances. He's going to be my number 1. The bottom 3, sorry, Jesse, but I'm putting Hellebuck as my 3rd worst. I'm going to put Samsonov, sorry, Corwin, as the 2nd worst. What? And period, I think this whole series has the worst goaltending with Vasilevsky. And that's a tough one because it's I actually don't think he was that bad or anything tonight, but he's got the lowest save percentage of any goalie to play 2 games or more. He's got the lowest goals saved above expected. And just in general, I guess I'm weighting it a little more on, not only did you not expect this guy to be a liability at certain points, you desperately needed him in a number of those games. So just expectation-wise, which feels crazy to put him down there. And again, his numbers have been skewed because he stays in even when he's crap, which they need to stop doing that. But that's my list.
I mean, that's a him decision. He doesn't like doing it. He doesn't like coming out.
Doesn't care about
all right,
numbers.
Luca.
Wow. Star 5, Philip Grubauer. I've watched a lot of that series, and he's been great for Seattle. And great being he was so bad this season. So the fact that he's just been great for them is huge. Number 4, I'm going with Gustafsson. Big fan of BarDown, by the way. He's a beauty. Number 3, Shesterkin. Number 2, Schmid. And number 1, Ottinger. And then 3 worst, same 3 worst as you. Hellebuck, Samsonov.
Because he's low as far as if you look at advanced stats, but we went back and looked at every single goal that he allowed.
Yeah.
And there's some ones that are soft, and there are moments we really would have needed him in the flow of a game, but some of them are just snipes, and they don't look horrible, but for what he is, again, that's probably more similar to Vasilevsky. You just would have expected more because with all those injuries, you needed him to be good. But there's some stats that aren't in his favor outside of that too.
Well, yeah, the Jets have actually been a decent defending team, and you were looking up just Vegas. They don't have a player in the top 50 in expected goals.
No.
Forwards, defensemen. That's pretty nuts. And then the Jets are top 5 in high danger chances allowed, medium chances, and low danger chances allowed. So they're not giving up a whole lot. And guy that's won a Vezina trophy, Stuart Skinner, you could also probably put in this category.
He was borderline.
But it's
group.
I don't know, what do you expect from the guy?
Steal my pick, eh?
He's a rookie, so I'd rather
take my pick. You've already said 3, and you were just I'll say it.
Yeah,
that's his pick.
All right, what's your list? Since you love goalies so much.
Okay, personally, they're all pretty much the same.
All right.
And then, except for Ladislav Schmid out there in New
He's
Jersey.
making the same joke.
Ladislav Schmid is absolutely lighting it up between the pipes for New Jersey. And I'm all in on the Devils until they run into the Leafs in the conference final, which was my pick in my bracket.
Mine too.
I love them. In terms of my best, I'm going 5th, Shesterkin. Because in my mind, 1, you can't be that high when you're getting outplayed.
Yes and no, but I get your reason.
You got goalie matchups. This goalie's stealing games, and you're losing them, buddy.
Fair. That's fair.
And
Two of those losses were 2-1 games, though.
But wait, how many did he, like, in those? What did it go down as, like, on the record?
A loss.
Yeah. That's a loss, okay?
Yeah, this guy also votes on Cy Young Award winners, by the way. But preferably in the 90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I only look at the
quarterback stat. The only quarterback stat that matters is wins and losses, baby.
Yeah.
No, but I kind of do feel that way in the playoffs. Like, I don't feel that way overall if you're, like, really rating. Because, like, this is a form thing, right?
Yes.
We're not talking about, like, obviously, I would still consider Shesterkin the best goalie in the world.
Yes.
But in terms of the playoffs, I'll have him fifth.
Who are the other 4 people above him?
Okay, so I got Shesterkin, Grubauer, Gustafsson, Sorokin, and Ladislav Schmid.
No Ottinger.
No, he's losing his matchup.
He's not.
They're up
actually.
3-2.
Yeah, but he's getting outplayed.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's getting outplayed.
Whatever. Okay.
What?
Gustafsson's been the better goalie.
I disagree. I think that's been
Okay, wait. So wins and losses,
they don't-
but also it's a personal matchup too.
Yeah, you gotta be winning the personal matchup. Like, if you come out and you're like, yeah, we got by with what I did, but, like, he was good.
Get this guy his own corner, and he just needs a translator next to him so he can say it's just absolute garbage that
teams-
someone else has to translate.
Because the team's going to be sitting there, they're going to be thinking, oh, I wish we had that guy between the pipes. And that's not good.
You got a shutout last game.
Yeah, but that was more
They
about
absolutely
team
robbed
defense.
them in game 4.
That's about team defense.
Well, all right. And your bottom 3?
Andre?
Bottom 3.
Ottinger.
Ottinger
Losing
for
his
sure.
matchup.
Losing the matchup.
Winning his matchup, but to you, losing his matchup.
Yeah. No, bottom 3, I'd probably have Vanacek is the worst.
Yeah. He got chased from the series, and now his team is
you
significantly better.
You lose your job, you're done.
You lose, yeah.
Vanacek, that's easily the worst one by far to me.
okay.
And then
That's
I'm
your
gonna
worst goalie.
Worst goalie by
Okay,
far.
so you started with the worst. Okay. And then the
Oh,
other
sorry,
2.
yeah, I did that backwards.
That's okay. Who are the other 2?
Then Vasilevsky, second worst, and then Stuart Skinner, third worst. Yeah.
No Samsonov.
He's
let in
winning
some
his
soft
matchup.
ones. Yeah, you like rolled your eyes when I said that, and again, it's like
Rolled what?
when I said Samsonov in my bottom, you were kind of like ooh, and I was like, he's let in some softies.
Yeah, he's played well in the big moments. Plus, he had some absolute hustle getting out of the net for those. Like, he had to go back and forth for those net pulls. That's a lot of skating for a goal.
Who hit the post there on that again?
Hagel.
Hagel? Yeah. We don't have Jesse here to give his list, but here's a video.
Hey guys, miserable Jesse here reporting from Winnipeg. My best goal in the playoffs has for sure been Akiva Schmid. He's on a legendary run, and I can't even imagine what could happen if he could lead them to the Stanley Cup. And as much as I hate to say it, because I love him and I respect him so much as a goalie, I think Connor Hellebuck potentially has been the worst goalie in the playoffs so far, considering the standard that we expect him to play at. And I think Vasilevsky and Samsonov haven't been great either. Those 3 are probably my bottom 3.
Can you imagine saying at the start of that series, you'd be like, oh, if we were to rank every goalie in every series, this guy's in the bottom 3 for all of us here? Like, you would have been like, it's possible, but highly unlikely. Only possible because last year,
Yeah, he
obviously,
wasn't
didn't
great
play
against
that
the Leafs
great,
either.
but-
It's so crazy, though, because, like, even if you were to say at the beginning of the series, like, they'd be down 3-2, you wouldn't think it was him and, like, him being the main reason they're probably down 3-2.
One of the main reasons.
One of the
very
main
least,
reasons,
yeah.
if not the main reason.
Yeah, and again in your series, like we were joking. We're like, oh, what do you think the Kraken would need to really kind of push the app?
Subpar
Star power
goaltending.
and good goaltending. And you were like, Grubauer's not going to give that to him, and
He's giving it to them. Like, he just hasn't been a disaster. He's tried to be a disaster. He passed the puck to Rantanen and just gave an empty net last game. He's tried his best to be, but he's held up so far.
The good thing for goalies is it's completely streaky. Because look at Bobrovsky, where it's like he wasn't even starting his series, and then he did okay when he came back, and then in the last game he was fantastic and helped win them the
You
game.
could make an argument
Here it
that
comes.
Bobrovsky's winning this matchup.
We'll have even more later on. We're going to have a full podcast with the whole team. Jesse will be back from Winnipeg. Finally, full episode. You are not crazy if you've been looking for full episodes either online or wherever you get your podcasts. We have not posted any full ones. But Monday, that'll be the first one. Hey, buddy.
What's up, boys? Yeah, I'm dead ass miserable. I was literally just saying that to everyone here right now. I'm dead ass miserable.
Don't forget to like the video, by the way.
Give us a like. Morale is low.
I'm okay.
You can help us win that
My
match.
team's losing, but that's
Oh,
okay.
buddy won a cup last year and he's fine.
You can help us win the matchup with the like button.